Welcome everyone to Moon Magic Tarot, and today we're going to find out all about your first date with your future spouse. Before we get started, I do want to remind you I offer private readings on my Etsy shop, and I'll link that in the description down below. If you're interested, check it out. Also, give this video a like and subscribe for more videos like this. Okay, so on to the video. Today we have three groups. This is group 1 with the salamander, group 2 with the duck, and group 3 with the bee. So go ahead and choose whichever image calls out to you the most. Alright, group 1. Welcome to your reading to find out about your first date with your future spouse. Before we get started, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe. And also, if you need a private reading, I do offer them on my Etsy shop, which is linked in the description down below. Alright, okay, so first up we have the salamander from the Zen of Animals deck, and this is a representative of your future spouse and who they are. So the salamanders, they are associated with fire. So your future spouse may be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or they may have a lot of fire signs in their natal chart. Overall, I see that they have a very fiery personality. People with fiery personalities are enthusiastic, impulsive, inspirational, humorous, dramatic, and fun. They're basically natural performers. They speak and they act straight from the heart. They have a lot of passion, and they love to express themselves. This person might really enjoy parties, dancing, and music. They can be blunt, so they always say what's on their mind. That can be a good thing, and it can be a bad thing sometimes. But, you know, honesty is always a good thing. So the salamander is someone who may possess magical abilities, and they're definitely survivors. They meet challenges head on, and they come out on the other side stronger individuals. All right. Okay, so this is how they see you, or the first impression that they're going to have of you on this first date. The first card that we have out here is the Nirokadul. She is a Hindu goddess. And what this is telling me is that when they first see you, they're going to feel as though they have met you before in another life. You'll seem really familiar to them, but they won't be able to explain it in any other way except that they've known you before in another life. With the Emperor coming through as their first impression of you will be that you walk with a sense of authority. Whether it's true or not, they will see that you have a lot of confidence. And like, basically you have the confidence of someone who has their stuff together. They will see someone successful and ambitious, someone to be respected. And they will have a lot of respect for you from the get-go. And they're going to perceive you as somebody who's strong, stable, fearless, and wise. I feel as though some of you might meet your future spouse as a result of your career, which is why they see you as this person who is very capable, intelligent, and successful, because they've seen you in action. Okay, let's see. What are your first impressions of them? Okay, so your first impression of your future spouse on this first date is going to be that they are indecisive. If you go out to dinner, they might not be able to choose what they want to eat, or if you go to the movies, they might not be able to decide what they want to watch. In reality, this is going to be because they are nervous. Even with all that fiery confidence that they have, you intimidate them, and they will be nervous on this first date. In the previous card, the Emperor, I saw that some of you will be in a position of authority in your place of work, and this could play a role as to why you're making them so nervous on this date. So let's see, as the date progresses, what you will like about them. So we have the 8 of Wands, we have Rebirth, and I'm gonna go ahead and move this over just to make some space here. For this one more card that I have here, the Abbey. All right. So first up we have the 8 of Wands. And what this is telling us is that this shyness is not gonna last. As the date progresses, your future spouse is gonna snap out of it, they're gonna loosen up, and they're going to get out of that initial funk that they were in. Because this 8 of Wands is all about movement, and I feel as though you are going to like this change, the change that you see in them a lot. You're gonna like that they've loosened up and they start making decisions quickly, start making conversation, start showing you who they truly are underneath all that shyness and nervousness that you saw at the beginning of the date. They're gonna move with a lot of energy, and it will be like go, go, go. You might even struggle a little to keep up with their exuberance and their enthusiasm. With the Rebirth card here, we have, this is from the Oracle of the Unicorn, we have reinvent yourself, give life to your dreams, create a new reality. So with this card here, it's giving me fiery vibes as well. And as your date progresses, you'll start to see that vibrant, fiery energy from your future spouse. They will open up completely, and you'll see how funny and full of life they are, and they will make you feel renewed and like they're the perfect balance to your very stable energy. And then next up, on what you will like about them, we have the Abbey. We have interconnectedness, purpose, serenity, sacred blessings. Okay, so with this card, your future spouse will show you that they have a lot of purpose in life. They know what path they're on, and that's exactly where they want to be. I see that you will feel very connected to this person. From the first date, you will feel you can share your life with this person, and knowing this, it's going to give you a sense of peace about this encounter, this shared date. All right, next up we have what they will like about you, and we have the 5 of Swords, and we have the Magician here coming through. All right, so with the 5 of Swords, I see that they're gonna know that they're gonna like that you have a fighting spirit, and perhaps you have a competitive streak, or you just don't back down from a challenge. They will like that you are a brave person. With the Magician, I see that they will also like that you are very knowledgeable. You might be an expert in your career field or show some kind of expertise for a hobby. They will like that you are creative, self-determined, and self-confident. You're able to master new situations, take positive actions, and focus your attention to realize your potential. And they're really going to love that about you. Alright, so next up we have from the Ancestor Spirit deck, we have Earth Magic, Nature, Rituals, Charms. So this is what you're going to bond over with your future spouse. So what this card shows is that you're going to bond over nature. Perhaps you both are interested in nature or the environment. You might both be vegans or vegetarians or live a zero waste life, or you simply feel a connection to the earth and will bond over that shared connection. Some of you might be pagans of some kind or practice magic, and that's something that you'll bond over. Basically, you both have a love for the earth, all things earth, and that's going to be something that's going to bring you together. Alright, so next up, let's find out a little more about what's going on in this date. Okay, so we have from the Elemental Oracle, we have Grow Plant. So just another confirmation there about this earth theme that we have here. We have from the Energy Oracle, we have Shared Connections. Then we have the Strength card. The Knight of Cups. And I think I'm gonna have to kind of make a little bit more space here. Make this a little tighter here so we can fit another card. And then we have the Justice card. All right. Okay, so with the Plant card, this date might take place outdoors, doing some kind of activity that involves the earth. I see gardening for some of you, or going to a garden of some kind. With the Caring Connections card, that shows me that your date will bring you, for many of you, your date is going to bring you some flowers, or some kind of romantic gesture, romantic gifts, because I'm seeing that also with the Knight of Cups over here. I feel like you're going to share a lot of yourselves with each other, and that's going to bring you closer on this date. You will care for each other from the very beginning. With the Strength card, this also indicates that there will be some kind of physical activity involved in this first date. The Knight of Cups shows that there will be a lot of romance involved in this date, and it will be very romantic. I see that for some of you, this date will be by a lake, or for some it might be like at a restaurant that overlooks a body of water. Overall, this person will be very romantic. They're going to have romantic gestures and be very flirty. There's going to be instant attraction between the two of you. And with the Justice card here, there's going to be a lot of honesty in this date. You're going to share a lot of intimate things with each other, and neither of you is going to hold back on anything. Your loving and positive disposition will make you especially attractive to this person, and this relationship will thrive as long as there's honesty and good faith between the two of you. All right, so let's see. How will they feel at the end of the date? We have spiritual connection. A relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. Wow. Okay, so here I'm getting this, you know, this is just a confirmation of the kind of clues that we've had throughout this whole reading about this person being your soulmate. I feel as though this is your soulmate, and at the end of the day, this is how you will feel. Actually, I'm sorry. At the end of the day, you're going to feel as though there's a spiritual connection to your future spouse. And you will also begin to feel the same thing that they felt in the beginning, that you've met in another life. So yeah, I really think that this is your soulmate, and you will have a sense of this unity with this person. Like things just feel right, and you're meant to be together. Okay, so how they will feel. Wow, these cards are great. True love. This love is once in a lifetime. Wow. So they, at the end of the day, this person, your future spouse, they're going to know that you are the one. They will know that you are so right for them, and they will have no doubts about that in their minds. You are the one, their true love. At the end of this date, they will be prepared to pursue a relationship with you and do whatever it takes to make you happy. So I also threw these other cards that I have here that I made myself to find out what their thoughts are at the end of this date. So first up, we have something very special. So they're gonna have that thought in their mind that you share something very special, which makes a lot of sense with everything we've been seeing in these cards. You are magical. So they're gonna have a sense that you're magical in some way. And then lastly, we have, you are my queen and I will honor you. Or king, if you're a male watching this. Okay, so overall, this is a very passionate connection. You are soulmates and have been together in other lifetimes. You balance each other out very well. Your person is impulsive while you are the more stable one. And I see that you will help them be more disciplined and stable, and they will help you be more free and spontaneous. There's also a lot of green in this reading, so I see a date that will be nature themed. You will be in nature doing an outdoor activity like a picnic, or physical activity like going swimming at a lake or walking through a garden. I see a lot of attraction and passion, and I see that there will be flirting, hugging, maybe even kissing. It will be romantic and intimate, where both of you will share and be open with each other. A strong connection will be formed on this date. And since this is a future spouse reading as well, you know how this ends. This is your future spouse who you will marry. Alright, so that's all I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Give it a like if you did, and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, welcome group 2 to your reading to find out about your first date with your future spouse. Before we get started, give this video a like and subscribe for more videos like this. And as a reminder, I do offer private readings in my Etsy shop, which is linked in the description down below. Okay, so you chose the duck. This is a card from the Zen of Animals deck, Oracle deck. And this card is a representative of your future spouse. And we can see with this card that this is a person who has a very peaceful and calming presence. Perhaps they're into meditation. They are not the type to be wound up tightly. And they have mastered the art of relaxing and de-stressing. They prefer a quiet and tranquil environment. If you go to their home, you will feel a pleasant feeling of tranquility and serenity. And they're also very loyal, and they will not cheat on you. Fidelity is actually a very important thing to them, and cheating is not something that they will tolerate. Cheating on them is the worst possible thing that you could do to them. Perhaps they had a traumatic event in their past where they were betrayed in this way. And they're also very intuitive people with a lot of empathy. They are skilled at picking up what others are feeling. And this relationship will have a lot of harmony because this person will make it their priority to bond with you and to work at this relationship. Okay, so let's see what their first impression of you will be. First up, we have Isis from the Legendary Ladies Oracle. And then we have the 10 of Cups. Okay, so with the Isis card, their first impression of you will be that you are a strong person. You have a strong will, and some of you are also very fit and in shape, and perhaps you are also physically strong. With the 10 of Cups, I think that from the beginning of the date, your future spouse will see you as someone that they can settle down with and start a family with. Your future spouse, when they go on this date with you, they're not looking for a one-night stand. They're looking for the right person to start a long-term committed relationship. So the very fact that they are on this date with you will mean that they feel you are a potential candidate for that. Okay, so let's see what your first impressions of your future spouse will be. Okay, we have the Judgment card. So your first impression of your future spouse on your first date will be that they are a decent and law-abiding person. They are someone who makes decisions carefully, weighing out all the pros and cons. They're very cautious. You might be impressed by how good they are with words, knowing the right thing to say. And they will also appear as well-educated people. For some of you, this person, your future spouse, will have a degree in law or criminal justice or something like that. Something that has to do with laws. Maybe even political science. So let's see, as the date progresses, what you will like about them. So I'm going to go ahead and make a little more space here. Okay. First up, we have the Ace of Wands. And then we have Growth from the Unicorn Oracle. And we have Nimue from the Mists of Avalon. Alright, so let's see here. As the day progresses, you will like that your future spouse is actually a very driven and successful individual. This is what this Ace of Wands is telling us. They have a lot of original ideas, and they're actually very individualistic. They don't follow the crowd. They carve their own path. With this card, we have Growth. Seek out a mentor or guide. Take baby steps as you grow. Be willing to learn from others. So with this Unicorn card, we see that you're going to really like that this is someone who believes that every day is a new opportunity to grow and improve. This person is not someone to remain stagnant. They have the drive to keep moving forward and becoming a better version of themselves day by day. They are the type of people that they will take a small but consistent step towards their goal every single day, and they won't give up until they've reached that goal. So this is not the type of person to just rush into things, and then just, you know, the energy sputters out and they kind of give up because it's taking too long. No, they take that step day by day, step by step. Consistency is key to them in order to achieve what they have achieved and what they will achieve. And with the mists of Avalon here, we have respect, self-esteem, confidence, opportunity. So with this card, I see that you will like that they have confidence, and you will like what you see and what you hear from them. You'll have a lot of respect for them, and they are someone who can discern if an opportunity is a good one, and when they do, they won't let that opportunity pass them by. Okay, let's see, what will they like about you? Here we have the King of Wands, and Temperance. Okay, so they will like that you're a natural born leader and that you exude confidence and determination. You share the same passion to achieve your goals. You are someone who will defend your beliefs, can be persuasive, and can help others be their best self. With the Temperance card coming through, they will also like that you seem like a patient person and that you have a balanced approach to life and understand the value of compromising. You might have a gift for diplomacy or be a good communicator and mediator. And they may also perceive that you have some kind of psychic or healing abilities if you feel that that is something that resonates with you. Okay, so next up we have what you will bond over, and we have the Tune in and Connect Nonverbal Communication, Intuition, and Messages card from the Ancestor Spirits deck. And this means that you will bond on a spiritual level, and perhaps both of you possess a strong intuition. You may both be psychics of some kind and receive messages from the spirit world. So let's see what else we can find out about this date. Okay, first up we have Breathe, Life, from the Elemental Oracle deck. Next up we have Woman Holding a Coin from the Energy deck. We have the Knight of Swords coming through. We have the Page of Pentacles. And we have the Two of Cups. Nice. Okay, so let me try and make some space here. I'm gonna have to maybe overlap these a little bit. Okay, now all right, so with this first card here from the Elemental Oracle that says breathe or breath, I think that you will have an easygoing feeling on this date. Nothing will seem as though it's forced, and you will be able to slow down and let go. Perhaps it's also because this person has a very calming, very peaceful energy and vibe about them, and that's kind of going to affect the overall the feeling and vibe of this first date. With the woman holding a coin, I see that you will not have to pay a dime on this date. Your future spouse will not let you pay even if you try to. And because this is their treat, you know, and perhaps you might want to contribute to this date because I feel as though this will be an expensive date. With the Knight of Swords here, this date might happen unexpectedly, like you will be surprised or caught off guard in some way, or they will surprise you some way on this date. Perhaps this date is going to be a new experience for you and it will be exciting. With the Page of Pentacles, I see that for some of you, this date will be an intellectual kind of date, like some kind of book lecture or poetry reading, or something that's that feeds your mind. It could even be maybe a play, like some kind of you know, show like that where it's a play. Maybe like a museum or some kind of interesting lecture or talk. And also, this is another confirmation that this date will be expensive. With the Two of Cups, I see that there will be a lot of attraction and romance. It will be a happy kind of a date, and you will have a lot of harmony in this growing relationship. This card pretty much promises harmony, understanding, friendship, and a stable relationship. Okay, so let's see how you will feel at the end of this date. And we have, from the Whispers of Love Tarot, we have romance. Lavish the one you love with personal attention and affection. So that's how you're going to feel at the end of the date. You'll feel as though you've been wooed. This person will shower you with attention, affection, and romantic gestures, and you will feel utterly smitten at the end of this date. And how will they feel? Okay, here we have the Union of Hearts. A love connection defies explanation. What a beautiful card. So they will feel as though they have found the one. So they had been looking for this person to settle down with, and when they go on this first date with you, they will feel as though they have succeeded in that task of finding the one. It's like your heart speaks to them in a way that no other heart has spoken to them before. They just want to hold you and never let you go. And at the end of the date, they haven't had enough. They won't want to end. They won't want it to end because they don't want to let you go. Like the card says, this love connection defies explanation. That is how they will feel. Okay? And then we have, lastly here, we have some cards I threw to find out what their final thoughts are at the end of the date. So we have I will never leave you, which kind of, it's very synchronistic with this Union of the Hearts card, I think. I want to give you my deepest self. So they want to share everything with you. They want you to know them on a deep level. And they will keep you safe. I will keep you safe. They want to protect you. They want to make sure that you are always safe in their arms. Wow. So overall, I see that you will both know you have found the one, and the one person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. At the end of this date, you will know. Okay, so I hope that that's all I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you once again. Bye-bye. Welcome Group 3 to your reading to find out about your first date with your future spouse. Before we get started, I do want to remind you that I do have an Etsy shop with private readings, and you can check that out in the description down below, the link to my Etsy shop for private readings. Also give this video a like and subscribe for more videos like this. Okay, so The first card up, the card that you were drawn to is the Bee from the Zen of Animals deck. And this is the card that's representing your future spouse. And they are coming through as someone who's they have a sweet personality. They have the kind of essence that just makes it a pleasure to be around them. They have a strong work ethic and they will work well with others in groups. And they know how to work together successfully to create a desired outcome. They know how to take time to be in the present moment and enjoy every moment of life, even the simplest moments. So let's see what their first impressions of you is going to be. We have a DT, and we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, so the first impression of you will be of someone who makes things happen. You create the life that you want. And they will see you as the Knight of Swords, someone who is strong, assertive, and decisive. Let's see what your first impressions of them will be. Okay, we have the Ten of Wands. Okay, so your first impression of them is of someone who is talented and hardworking, but also prone to overworking themselves. You'll see them as someone who puts other people's needs before their own. They may be constantly shouldering other people's burdens, leaving themselves worn out and neglected. And overall, you'll get the impression that they are a kind and a caring person. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what you will like about them as you get to know them more as the day progresses. Okay, so first up we have the Sun. Then we have the Expansion card from the Unicorn Oracle. It says, spread your wings and soar, share your message, and shine your light. Show the world what you are made of. Okay, and then the last card here is the Tour, which says truth, clarity, source, and connection. Okay. So let's see what this means here. So as the day progresses, you'll see that they are very optimistic individuals. This is what this sun card is telling us here. They are full of energy. They radiate positivity on all of those who are near them, they're gonna make you feel uplifted and reinvigorated. With the Expansion card here, we see again that they have a lot of joy and optimism. It propels them forward and also makes you come alive. Anything is possible when you're with them. That's the feeling that they give you. And with the Mist of Avalon card here, we see that this will be a great connection. You will be honest with each other, bearing your truths for the other to see. This is not a judgmental person, and you will feel that on the first date, and that's something that you're really gonna like about them. There will be no guesswork on what this person is feeling, their intentions, and where you stand. Okay, so what will they like about you? Let's see. We have Two of Cups. We have Judgment. Okay, so they're going to feel an instant connection to you and an extreme attraction to you. They're going to feel as though they have found a true partner in you. Like from the very first date, they're gonna feel really attracted to you. And they're gonna really hope that you are the one. With the Judgment card coming through, they will like that you are assertive and someone who has a clear vision. They will notice that you have really good judgment. You are clear on which direction to take when a fork in the path appears. You know where you want to go. And you desire to make the world a better place. And that's going to shine through. And they will really like that. What are you going to bond over? So here we have psychic strength from ancestor spirit. It says shield, talisman, good light. So it looks like both of you might have some kind of psychic abilities, or you're both very interested in the occult. You practice some kind of divination art, like tarot reading or astrology or any other type of divination out there. You may both practice and you may bond over, or you just simply have an interest or a curiosity for the world of the occult. And that's something that we will both share and, bond over. So let's see. As the date, well, let's find out more details about this date, like where it's going to take place, what will happen, any other information we can glean from the cards. So first up, we have from the elemental deck, we have time, discipline. Next up, we have woman holding a heart from the energy deck. We have the King of Swords. We have the Chariot. And we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so first up with the time card from the Elemental Oracle, I see that this date will be a long one. Hours will go by without you even realizing it. With the woman holding a heart, we see that this date will be one where you will both bare your heart to each other. You will be open and share your innermost truth. You might decide to give them your heart from the very first date. And some of you already know that this person, because you feel comfortable enough to take a trip with them. Because I'm seeing this with the Chariot here, like you're going somewhere. This might be a day trip or a weekend trip. This is why I see with the time card that it might be a long date, because it might involve a long car drive or a train ride. With the King and the Queen of Swords, I see your mutual willingness to be open and communicate your desires. And I almost feel like this is a representative of you and your future spouse, since we have the King and the Queen of Swords. This doesn't mean that this is a straight relationship where you're both of opposite sexes. That's not what I'm saying, but I do feel as though these two cards here are representing you. So let's go ahead and see how you will feel at the end of the date. So we have miracles and blessings. Everything has its gifts. So at the end of the date, you will be left with a sense of optimism, and their positive nature is going to rub off on you at the end. And you're going to have this very fuzzy, positive, happy feeling at the end. They're going to feel this. Treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply. So at the end of the date, they will feel like they have found a treasure that they must never let go. They see something valuable in you, and they are willing to put in the work to make this relationship grow because you're worth it. And they will treasure every moment that you spend together. Let's see what their final thoughts will be. I will be patient. And we have this time symbolism here again. I am coming for you. And we have this road. And then we have I only want you. So for some of you, I'm getting this sense, and I've been getting it for a while, but I was waiting to see if it would be confirmed. And I see that this relationship for many of you, or for some of you, this relationship begins as a long distance relationship. Perhaps you met them online or on vacation to another city or country. Some kind of situation where you don't live close to each other. And this first date is both of you coming together physically, as if you're spending time with them for the first time. I think that's why I got this feeling of traveling, because one or the other will have to travel in order to make this date happen. Since this is your first date with your future spouse, obviously this first date is going to blossom into something serious, and eventually both of you will have to move. One of you or both of you are going to have to move in order to be together, and it will happen since this will be your future spouse. So I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I enjoyed doing it, and don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you once again. Bye bye.